Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. I am honored that you are joining me this first day of spring, March 20th, 2023. Here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself by teaching you how to currency trade with our highly accurate proprietary trading indicators. And we do that by providing sessions like these and also one-on-one personalized coaching, which we think is the most efficient, effective way to learn currency trading. There's lots and lots of information out there. And I've found that the kind of the best way to figure something out is to find somebody who already knows how to do it and have them teach you. And that's exactly what we do. So with that, let's jump into it. We first need to listen to this guy, and we'll get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right. One of the great things about the program is that we do these live sessions for a couple different reasons. One, they are a teaching mechanism so that we can teach you different trade strategies. The trade strategy that I use is something called the 10-point trade. But we do these sessions. We do one in the morning at 10 a.m. That tends to be a little scalp trade. We do another in the evening at 10 p.m. That tends to be focused on the Australian and Japanese markets. And it is about continuous training. Constantly working on improving your game and getting feedback on your trading. We do a group training session every Wednesday night and also every Saturday morning where we review a specific topic and then take questions so that you'll always have somebody to talk to regarding your training skills. I work off of a little checklist that helps keep me focused. Here it is. Every day it is good habit to restart your green chart. It one, cleans out the memory, and two allows you to get any updates that you might have. At the end of every day, good habit is to review your trades of the day, specifically the ones that didn't go the way you thought they should go, and then go back and try to figure out why didn't this trade do what I wanted it to do. And it's by building on that incremental knowledge that we get better. Last week, I'm not going to go over anything from last week, but last Monday evening, we took a little scalp trade, and we ended up getting stopped out at the switch of at the 5 p.m. switch when the new trade day starts, and they widen the spreads. So that's something we need to kind of take into account as we take the trade or take a trade on a scalp trade. We are technical traders. We are trading strictly based on the price action. However, we want to know what's happening in the news because news impacts currency. Where we go to get that news is forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into three categories: the yellow, which is low impact, orange, which is medium impact, and red, which is high impact. I want to stay away from these red ones. So we've got no red ones coming up in the next 6 hours. So we've got nothing to worry about. One of the things I take a look at when we're trading is the time of day, and I like to have at least one of the pairs being active in that time of day. Tomorrow is a bank holiday in Japan. Japan's morning starts soon. Starts a little bit after starts after 5 p.m. So we won't be trading any yen. The indicators work better when there's when there's active trading. So we're going to have to even consider that for the overnight trade, that there is it's a bank holiday tomorrow. So we may not also on the overnight trade not take a pound yen trade. Okay, so with that, we've got nothing to worry about other than we've kind of limited what pairs we have available to us today. So let's go ahead and take a look. We have a dozen different signals that we can trade off of. And as we train traders, we're going to focus on creating a trade plan for you. The trade plan that I principally use is the 10-point trade signal. And I am I'm taking the trade off of a 1-hour chart. I want to be at least 30 minutes into the chart before I take the trade to give the indicators a chance to form. On a 1-hour chart, a trade.
Hey guys.
Please mute yourself. Thank you.
Sorry, sir. I just
please
wanted
mute.
you to know
Please mute yourself. Thank you. When you speak, it distracts me, and then it takes me a minute or two to get back to my focus. And then, you got it. Last time, Nick. One more time, I'll disconnect you. We don't have a lot of time here, so I want to focus my time on being able to give instruction and
wait, what's going on?
Please stop speaking. Mute yourself. Thank you.
That wasn't me that time.
All right. I want to on a 1-hour chart, typically we will trade will close within 1 to 3 hours. And basically what I'm trying to do is get all the lines to line up. And when I do get all the lines to line up, I've got a good sense of the direction. If I have a good sense of the direction, I'm going to figure out what it's worth and take it. When I trade, I do not trade. Some traders like to maximize their entry to find the right spot to get in. I'm not so worried about getting in at the right spot. I'm worried about making sure the direction is the direction I think it's going to go in. So if I can get that, I'm willing to give up a pip or two on the entry. So I am going to trade off of the light 6 major chart. The light 6 major chart is one of the standard charts. I like to call it a composite chart because it is showing us 6 different currency pairs all on a 1-hour candle. Now, this time of day is a little bit difficult to trade because we're winding down on the USD, the end of the trading day. It is better to trade in the first half of the day versus the last half of the day. but it is approaching evening in Australia, so we will look at that. And when I start my analysis, I start with the middle section of the chart, the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. Horizontal blue line is what we call the overbought line. When the market is overbought, that is a good time to sell, specifically when we are overbought and the lines are going down. And likewise, this horizontal red line is the oversold line. When the market is oversold, that is a good time to buy, and specifically when the lines are going up. Can I take a buy trade when the market's overbought and get 10 pips out of it? Yes, I can. That's just not part of my trade plan. My trade plan is to get in and get out as quickly as I can. That minimizes my risk exposure. And if I can do that 3 times a day, I'm doing very well. So here we are, indicators started to go down, but entered the channel and then have turned. So we've got nothing here. I want to catch it above, going down. Euro USD majors had started to go down, turned, and are now reaching the overbought. Pound dollar. There are 3 elements that I'm looking for in this first part of the setup. 1, that we're overbought, which we are. 2, that all the lines are going down, which they are. And 3, that I've got a double cross with the red line coming over the green line and the black line coming over the gray line. So I've got the 3 points that I'm looking for here. I've got little kind of pluses that I give to the analysis. One of which is the slope of the green line. The slope of the green line is just about 45 degrees. I like it to be a little bit more than 45 degrees. So sloping down a little bit. And as we've been talking here, it's pushed down just a bit. So that is good. 2, I like it if the lines are clustered as they are here. So that's a little bit of a plus. I prefer to have the green line a little bit closer to the blue line so that it's entering the channel, but this isn't bad. So I've got 3 points here. When I get 3 points here, I jump up to my TNTs, and I want to count how many of these lines are supporting the sell signal I see here. So the orange lines are directional. So thick orange is coming down, so that's telling me sell. Thin orange is going up. So I may have one of the 2 orange lines telling me sell. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes up, that means sell. So dotted blue is going up, but thick blue is coming down. So I only have 2 of the 4 here. I want to have a minimum of 3 of the 4. So with 2 of the 4, I don't have what I need to keep going forward. And when I get more of the lines to line up, that just increases the chance that the trade is going to move in the way that I think it's going to move. So since I've only got 2 of the 4 here, I'm going to pass. I'm not going to continue on with my analysis. I'm going to jump over to the next one. Dollar Canadian dollar oversold, going down. Dollar Swiss franc overbought. Everybody's going sideways, so not quite ready there. Dollar yen oversold. It's starting to turn, but we don't have everybody going up. The majors are going sideways, or red lines going down, green lines going up. I want them all the lines to be going up. So we don't quite have that here. So what I've done is I've cloned this chart and then put other pairs in there. The other pairs, these are non-US pairs. So let's just keep going. Euro pound oversold, minors going up, majors are kind of going up. This is really more of a sideways, and we don't have the double cross on the red and the green. The green hasn't crossed over yet. So I don't have the full signal. So I'm going to pass. Pound yen, or excuse me, Australian dollar yen. We are in the middle of the. We're in the middle of the channel and going sideways on the majors, so nothing there. Euro Canadian dollar oversold, going down. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar oversold, excuse me, overbought. Majors are coming down, minors are coming down, and I've got the double cross. I got the red line on top and the black line on top. I don't mind that the minors are kind of halfway through. It's starting to go sideways, indicating that it's softening. I am more interested in what the majors doing. Majors are going down. They've entered the channel. I am okay with the trade as long as it's less than halfway through the channel. So this is less than halfway through the channel. One little negative I see here is I've got a kink in the green line. I'm going from more steep on this section of the line to less steep here, this little kink. I'd rather have it go from less steep to more steep. So this is a bit of a concern, but let's go ahead and finish our analysis. Thick orange is going up, thin orange is going down, so only one of the two here. Thick blue is going up. Thick blue, when blue goes up, that means sell. Dotted blue comes down. So that means buy. So I may have, again, only two of the four. I want to have at least three of the four. So I am going to pass. I'm going to pass again. This is one we could take if we had gotten three of the four here. And we have up pressure, but it's starting to roll, and red is on top here on the pressure. So that counts as a point. So if this were euro dollar, I might bend the rule and consider this a little bit. And I would, to bend that rule, I would then jump to the 2 hour, 2 and 4 hour chart. But since I don't trade that this much, I'm going to pass. I want to kind of strictly adhere to my rule, and I don't have the three here. Pound yen, we're in the middle of the channel, and it's starting to go sideways. Euro Australian dollar, it's going up and down, and it's kind of reaching the oversold. You can see right in here, there's a resistance level or a support level right on what is it, that 15, got 1.59 right around there. So nothing there. So again, I've cloned the charts. I've got 6 more. Canadian dollar, yen, we're starting to go sideways. Euro New Zealand dollar. We're more than halfway. The green line's already touching the oversold. This was a nice signal. Had you caught it a little earlier, although we didn't get much of a move here. How many pips? It's only 8 pips. Had you caught this one when you caught the kink? But again, my trade plan is once it goes past halfway, I really don't consider it. Again, the only exception I'll make is on the euro dollar, because I'm so familiar with that. Because of the steepness of this line, again, I might go back and take a look at the 2 and the 4 hour. And if the 2 and the 4 hour were just entering the channel, I might consider trading off of this. But as a newbie, no. But on a pair that I'm very familiar with, this kind of steepness on the line is very attractive to me. Pound New Zealand dollar. I like this setup a lot. Overbought, everybody's coming down. I've got the double cross and the steepness of the line here. We're what maybe 45, more than 45, what, almost 60. This is a nice steep line. So 3 points here, 2 orange lines going down, thick blue coming up. So I've got 3 of the 4 here. And I've got up pressure that's starting to roll. What makes it starting to roll is that the green is kinking and going from more steep to less steep. But I've got the red line on top. So I've got 1 point here, 3 points here, 3 points here. So I have the 7 points that I'm looking for. When I find the 7 points that I'm looking for, the next thing I want to do, this trade is a little bit different than the initial trade that we teach you on the 5 and 1, where it's worth 3 pips. This one, I need to figure out what it's worth. But before I even figure out what it's worth, I want to confirm the setup. I want to be as sure as I can that the move is going to go in the direction that I want it to go. So to do that, I'm going to go to, I'm going to write it down here, pound, New Zealand dollar, and we're looking at a sell. So here's the signal we were just looking at. I want to see that we are overbought. It doesn't necessarily have to be going down, but I want it to be overbought on the 2 hour and the 4 hour. And the reason I want it to be overbought on both of these is that if for some reason this signal weakens, I will pick up the trade off of the longer time period. So it'll just take longer for the trade to execute, but I won't lose. Now, the one thing that has me concerned here is we have been overbought for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 2 hour chart. For the last 10 hours, we have been overbought. And in those last 10 hours, you could have gotten 100 pips. Oh, come on. Oops, why is it different now? 30 pips, a little over. Oh no, oh yeah, 100 pips. So you can take a big move when it's overbought, but again, we're playing percentages. So generally, when it's overbought, it's going to go down. So I don't like this, even though that we're overbought. Green line is coming down, so that's a plus. Overbought, green line's coming down. All right, I'm still not convinced, but I'm going to continue to do my analysis. The next part of my analysis is to figure out what the trade is worth. And to figure out what the trade is worth, I am going to open up a clean chart. And let's do that here. And all right, so pound New Zealand. I want to know where my support and resistance are. And this chart already has some drawn on it. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. My trading, because it tends to stop at these spots, I am going to trade within this channel because I want to get in and get out quickly. So I want to know where these spots are. Generally on a 1 hour chart, they're about 30, 40 pips apart. If you take a look at this, I'm at 1.9606. and I go up to 1.9653. So that's about 48 pips, 47 pips. And I also want to know what the trend is. And here today, or the last couple days since Friday, we've got an uptrend, big uptrend. When I am trading against the trend, so we're looking at a sell trend against a buy. We're looking at a sell trade against a buy trend. So I'm going to take a little bit less in terms of the take profit because I don't want to get caught with it keeping going up. But you know what I'm going to also do here? It looks like there might be another resistance spot right in the middle here. So let me add another. See how it's stopping in here, stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped in here, stopping right in here, stopped in here. So now let's open this back up. So I am going to take, if I take this trade, I want to know how much room we have to those lines. So we've got 17 pips down and 10 pips up. 17 pips down and 10 pips up. I'm just thinking about it. And you know what? Let's take a look at one other thing. This is kind of an advanced thing. So that's not what I want. Let's delete that. I want this guy. Oops. This is a Fibonacci. Fibonacci was an Italian mathematician who figured out that these percentages replicate themselves in all sorts of things in nature and things that are aesthetically pleasing to the eye, like the way a leaf branches out, the way like the Greek Colosseum looks, where how they space out the columns and whatnot. And it tends to reflect stock retracement or price retracement, where things will come back to the 38% mark. So I'm just saying where that puts us if we were to come back to that spot. Let's save this, and I just want to go back and look. All right. While we've been talking, this is pulled back, and this has gone flat, the 2 hour, and the 4 hour has what we call a duck bill on the majors. So this is the part of the duck's bill, and this is his head. Usually when you see a duck bill, that tells you there's more up in the movement. So this isn't quite ready to come down now. So since it's not quite ready to come down, will it come down eventually? Yes, it will. But this isn't ripe yet. So with this, I'm going to pass. We're not going to take this trade. Yeah, we're going to pass. All right, so I am going to switch gears now and go to the overnight trade. The overnight trade, which is the one I send out Monday through Thursday. Usually I wait until the clock changes, and the clock is just about to change. And I am going to look at the day chart. And all right, so we're into the last hour. I am looking at what this green line is doing off of the 1-day chart. The green line is up. That tells me that we'll be able to squeeze 11 pips out of the overnight trade. And I'm going to confirm it by taking a look at the 12-hour up, the 8-hour up, 4-hour, we're losing gas. It's up, but almost sideways, and then it's starting to roll here on the 2-hour. But because of this, the little bit of push that we'll continue to get here, this is good for 11 pips. So let us let's see. Let us if you are trading with MetaTrader 4, open up your MetaTrader 4. If you're trading with the simulator, go ahead and open up your simulator. So we'll go to Euro USD, and we are going to go to File, New Order. This account, oh, come on. This account has a little over $10,000 in it. To figure out the lot size, I am going to just move this decimal place over 4 spots. So a lot size of 1. So I click New Order, confirm the symbol. My volume is the lot size, so that's going to be 1, and I'm going to click Market Buy. Once it records, I am going to right click on it, go to Modify, left click. If I put 110 in here and click this little blue button, 110 points is 11 pips. I'm just adding a 0 to it. Right click. I'm going to use roughly a 3-to-1 stop loss. So 35 pips is 350 points. Again, left click on the red button. It does the math for me. Click Modify. So here's our first trade. And let's go take a look at the other one, and I'll come back and read the numbers in a minute. Let's look at the pound yen. Pound yen, actually, it's a bank holiday, so we're going to pass on it. This is showing up, 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 up. Basically the same. It's kind of laggard in the middle here. But because it's the bank holiday, I want the indicators work better when there's volume. And on bank holidays, there's no volume, or there's much less volume. So we're going to just pass because it's going to be a bank holiday in Japan tomorrow. So with that, let's go back and we'll take a look. We took a buy on the Euro USD with a take profit of 1.07331 and a stop loss of 1.06871. So that's a buy on the Euro USD with a take profit of 1.07331, stop loss of 1.06871, and I expect that to close sometime in the middle of the night, probably around close to 2. Let's see if we have any questions. Okay. All right, gang. Thank you for joining me this evening. It is an honor to work with you. We will be doing this again tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Until then, have a good evening. Thanks so much for being here. Bye-bye. Oh, by the way, if you need to get a hold of me, you can get a hold of me. Best way is to just schedule time with me. Just to schedule time with me, and you schedule time with me at forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. Thanks so much.